Hi everyone, this is Sathish Kumar and today we discuss what is about data types. So in the previous video we learned what is a variable. So in the variable we will store a value, but what type of value we are going to store? So that will be explained by a data type. So what is a data type? A data type tells us what type of a data stored in a variable. So in C we have four types of data types. One is we call as basic data types, and next one is derived data types, next is user defined data types, and next one is nameless or valueless data type. Suppose for example you want to store Sathish in first name. This is a variable now. So this is a variable where you want to store Sathish. So what is this Sathish? Sathish is a group of characters. So this characters, we are saying it as a character, right? So the what type of data we are going to store in Sathish will be telling by the data type. And next is you want to store a number called 10. So what is this 10? 10 is an integer value. So this is an integer value. Who is going to tell an integer value? Is your data type will tell you. So in a number, if a number is a variable, if you want to store something in it, that something should have a type. That type is a data type. For example, you want to store 50346.79, that is 50,346 rupees 79 paisa as a salary. So salary is what? Salary is your variable. So in this variable, what does a variable has? A variable holds value. So this is the value. So what type of value it is? So that type will be explained by your data type. So in general what you are saying is data type tells us what type of data stores in a particular variable. So we already said that data type is of four types. So coming to the basic data types, in basic data types we have char, int, float, double, and derived data types we have array, function, pointers. In user defined data types we have structure, union, enumeration. In valueless data types or nameless data types you have void, that is nothing. So coming to the basic data types, we discuss what are basic data types here. So basic data types are of four. One is char, int, float, double. Of course here we can also say unsigned int, unsigned char, these all things, but generally basic things are what? Four things. One is char, int, float, and double. So why we are writing like this? So one is char will occupy we say the size, how much memory it uses. So char uses 8 bits and its range is minus 128 to 127. So what we said in C is, in C character is again converted into integer. For example, we have ASCII codes, right? So in ASCII code, capital A is 65, small a is 97. So every character is again is converted into what? Into integer. So here the range of a character is what? From minus 128 to 120 plus 127. Integer occupies 16 bits. See, sometimes this will be 16 and sometimes it will be 32. It depends upon the system configuration. If it is 32-bit operating system, it will be 32 bits. If it is a 16-bit operating system, it will be 16 bits. So in the range is what? Minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. And coming to the float is 32 bits. It is bits and its range is 1.17 into 10 to the power of minus 38 to 3.4 into 10 to the power of 38, and double is 64. See, whenever there is an integer we will say it as int data type. Whenever you want to store characters you will say char. Whenever you want to store decimal points like this 50,346.79, then you will use float. And whenever there is a more value, after dot, if you have so many numbers here, then you will go for double. Okay, so this float and double are same. They are used for decimal numbers only. But when you have after point, if you have so many digits, then you will use double. So here are some basic things. 1 bit, either it may be a 0 or 1. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, 1 nibble is equal to 4 bits, and 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobytes, and 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabytes. So after knowing what is a variable and what is a data type, then how do you declare a variable? For example, if you want to store a number in A, so what we said, numbers are stored in what? Int. So int stores numbers. So int, and you said variable as what? A. So you'll write int A. And for example, if you want to store average as 554.36, that has variable called avg. So what do you say? 54.36. So this decimal thing either you can store in float or double, as here after dot you have only 2 digits, we will take float. So float space average is equal to 54.36. If a user want to select only y or n, this is what one character or one character in choice variable, then how do you write? He will say char choice, where this choice will take either y or n. So if user is interested in reading marks, so marks is what? Marks is a variable. So how do you write marks? Marks will be from 0 to 100. So int marks, because 0 to 100 are all integers. So in this way we'll write. So by this what we concluded, the declaration of variable will be data type space variable name semicolon. Thank you.